they fire at innocent civilians. They fire unguided missiles calculated to attempt to hit population centres, deliberately firing at innocent civilians. That is a war crime. They put human shields around their weapon systems, their explosives, their command centres. They force them to stay there. That is undoubtedly a war crime. It's a double war crime. They've breached a number of humanitarian ceasefires agreed by both sides, broken by the ICRC and the UN. That is a war crime. They use child fighters, child soldiers. It is not a war crime, but it is a highly dubious practice. They use schools, hospitals, mosques, ambulances as places to attack the IDF from the Israeli population. That is not a war crime. They have dug attack tunnels underneath your country in order to send large numbers of fighters out into your communities to massacre your citizens, to kidnap some of them, drug them and take them back into their own territory for whatever purposes they see fit. That's a war crime. They don't use the word human shields, ladies and gentlemen, is an error. When you hear about human shields, they aren't human shields. They are human sacrifices. Sacrifices. Hamas don't want to put civilians around their weapons to stop Israel firing. That's, again, a misunderstanding of what their policy is. They do it because they want Israel to fire at them and kill their own civilians. They want you to kill their own civilian population. The reason, they know they're not fighting a war against Israel, they're not fighting a military conflict against Israel. Their rockets, their tunnels, their fighters, their little maritime expeditions, these are not going to stand even the slightest chance of defeating Israel. Of course they're not. The war they're fighting is a propaganda war. All of these things, the rockets, the tunnels, the fighters, they're all designed to entice you to attack, to force you to attack, so that you kill their people, so that the messages and the pictures go around the world and force people to do what we've seen. So we have all around the cities of Europe, large-scale, sometimes violent, anti-Jewish, anti-Semitic, anti-Israeli marches. Politicians, like the Baroness, whatever her name was, other politicians saying Israel must do more to protect the civilian population. By the way, President Barack Obama, David Cameron, Ban Ki-moon, all of these people have said that you must do more to protect the civilian population in Gaza. What none of them have said, none of them, not one of them, have said what you do, how you do it. How do you go further? Because I can tell you, they haven't got an idea, they haven't got a clue, they don't know what happens now, they don't know what more you can do. It's just stuff they regurgitate. And it plays into Hamas's hands. That's what Hamas want them to do. They want them to pressure Israel to stop attacking and to come to a negotiated settlement with Hamas, which will give Hamas the advantage. That's their only weapon they've got. So that's what the strategy is all about. It's not what they pretend it is. And one thing to remember, by Ban Ki-moon, Cameron, Warzi, I don't know why I dignify her by putting